What's up, guys? So I decided to make a quick video instead of like trying to type that all out. I mean, I did type it all out, but for those of you that kind of want to see what I'm talking about, this is it. We got basically the same setup, slightly different. I click like usables and I make my own categories. And if I want, just like his, we can do functionality of dropping a certain amount, or we can cancel. We can drop things to the menu or to the bottom, to the also known as the world. We're going to click all, and we get our inventory back to what it was. All right, so I'm going to run through the actual blueprint real quick. First of all, shout outs to Jonathan, and thank you for making this tutorial series. It's been really informative. Not trying to like diss or anything. I just figured for those of you that want to keep the inventory private, you may appreciate this. Um, Now I know mine is slightly different as far as the categories and pulling things from the inventory. But what I typed out is basically what's here with kind of some added pizzazz or whatever you want to call it. So right here, um, well, we're starting off with obviously we're checking if it's basically all inventory or some kind of category. And if it's all inventory, then we're checking to see if there's actually something in this array. Now you might ask, what's that array? Well, basically every time I make a new widget, or whenever I sort, I make a new widget and I'm basically adding it to this WBP sorting widget, which essentially creates this widget which has a wrap box inside of it. And yeah, I use a wrap box, not a whatever uniform grid, just because I like the wrap box. It kind of snaps things back like nice and neat instead of having to reorganize everything. So we'll go through the sort logic first. So if it's none, we're going up. If it's not none, we're going down. We're checking to see if there's actually a widget already created. If there isn't, we just start the each loop. If there is, we're going to check and make sure that we're not creating another widget that we've already created. Obviously, we don't want a second one. And this logic's pretty straightforward. I don't feel the need to explain it. But yeah, we're basically resetting it every time we check, just to make sure that we can check it again and run it again. So here's our each loop. We're comparing the sort type here with the actual value within the array elements. So if I go here and pull in item type, if I can type it right, there it is. We're just pulling that out. We're comparing, and we're seeing if they're the same. And if they are the same, then we're going to do two things. First of all, we're going to do this once. Obviously, the do once here. We're going to create that widget, and we're going to add it to the existing inventory widget. And then we're basically going to remove that slot that we found from the full inventory, and we're going to add it to this partial inventory or this sorted inventory. And we do that for each element. And yep, that's that. So, and because it's an array, and why I did an array is, and if you don't want to deal with the array, you could just have it be a single thing. But I like the idea of like having multiple categories available to the player. Like if they want to do their armor and their inventory, or armor and weapons at the same time, they can click both of those and kind of pick and choose. All right, so anyways, the restoring the inventory is pretty straightforward. Again, we're checking if this is none, and it is true, then we're going to check and see if there actually are widgets. And like if we've actually sorted something, or if this is like the first time the inventory has been opened, there's no point in actually doing this because it's already been done. And if there are some sorting widgets, we're basically going to do an each loop here where I clear the actual, I get rid of that widget more or less. I clear the children out of that widget, which I don't think this is really necessary since we're deleting it anyways, but you know, who knows, whatever. And then we're removing that child, that widget that we created from the actual inventory, and on completed, we basically reset a few check variables, and then we are clearing all the children from that full inventory. If there's anything left, like the things that didn't get sorted out, like the master item, we just clear it out, and then we just refill it with all of the items that are in the all inventory slots. So yeah, that's it. Um, Hope you guys got something out of this. If you got questions, feel free to ask. And again, thank you again, Jonathan. You're awesome. I appreciate you. And I hope this is useful to someone. All right. Thanks for your time.